Hello and welcome to the Beltronics Escort 9500 CI and Beltronics XRC Plus setup tutorials. First of all, go to our website beltronics.com.au and you'll see two links on the home page, one for Beltronics, one for Escort. I'm going to set up the 9500 CI, so I'm going to go to the Escort link. You'll see a little graphic saying register. Both the same on both pages, so click on that, it will take you to the relevant registration page. This one is the Escort one, of course. The other one will take you to Beltronics. They look exactly the same, all the same information. Here, just enter in all your details. Now put in your email address, make sure it's your correct email address because you'll be emailed all your registration details. And the serial number you can get from your little orange registration card that came with your radar detector. They'll ask you to enter that twice just so it makes sure that it is correct. And then click on register. It will then take you to this page here where you'll see the link for the download of the detector tools. It's got some terms and conditions and so on, and this, click on the link to proceed to download. Here is some notes about the version and installation instructions. I'm not going to go through the installation because it's pretty basic anyway. Just click on download and save it to your hard drive anywhere you wish. Once you've installed the software, open it up. Now I've purposely not registered the detector correctly, so you'll see an error message come up. You see now here that you get this error message and the serial number is in red, which means I haven't registered it correctly. You'll see it here in red as well. If that's the case, close it down, go back and start from scratch, re-registering the detector. If you have done it correctly, you won't get that error message, as this will show. As you'll see, no error message, and the serial number at the top is in green now, which means it has been registered correctly. You're all good to go. Okay, now on to updating the actual firmware. This has already been done when you bought the detector, but you may want to do it in a year or so. Now, as you'll see here, the firmware is current. Don't need to, but I'm going to do it anyway just to show you how it's meant to be done. Click on yes. You won't get that message anyway if it does need updating. Now you'll see here, it's very simple, basic, straightforward instructions. Follow them to the letter. First of all, turn the detector off by turning your ignition off and wait for the message to come up in red. As you'll see there, no detector connected. Now hold down the power button and the mute button on your controller and turn the ignition back on. Holding those buttons in, do not let them go until that message changes to a green, as you'll see in a second. Okay, now it's green, it's all ready to go. You can let go of the power button and the mute button and click OK. It will then update the firmware. The first three are pretty quick, the last one does go a lot slower, but just be patient and it'll give you the message when it's finished. There we go, all up to date. Okay, now on to merging the data. This is all the location data that you've entered on your detector as you've been going around, and also from Escort or Beltronics. Now if we merge both of these, it will update all the latest red light cameras and so on. It does take a little while, so be patient. And once you're done, it'll come up with this message saying it is completed. Okay, now we can go into the user preferences. You'll see all the different preferences here. We've got display, GPS, leave the GPS on. You'll see descriptions of each thing on the right hand side of it as well. You can change whatever you like. It's best to leave it as it is though, because they are set up before they go out. But you may want to change the bands depending on which state you're in. You'll get a piece of paper showing each settings for each state. Choose your state and set the settings accordingly. The XRC Plus has segmented K-band, so you'll see more on that one. And here you'll also see the laser, and as you can see in the description to the right, it's got checked on, which is receive only, unchecked is off, square is when it's actually in shifting mode, as you'll see here. That's shifting. Okay, it's normally just on by default. Okay, now you've got other little settings down the bottom as well. Highway mode is probably the best one to keep it on. This is the maximum sensitivity. Now when you go to want to change it, don't click save, it saves it to your PC, not the detector. To save the settings to the detector itself, you have to hit change. And you'll see at the bottom, the little progress bar goes pretty quick. And that's it, you're pretty much done. There's a few other options here, if you can remove some of the merged data and so on. In the advanced section, it's just a backup and so on. That merge is exactly the same as the merge on the front page. So either one of those is going to do the same thing. And that is it. You are now set up and ready to go, updated. So thanks for watching the tutorial. I hope it helped, and goodbye.